Hi guys, welcome to Mountain of God. My name is Camille. Today is 25th of April 2021. Welcome to video number 5. As you can see on my face, I was literally on a mountain today. I was able to climb one of the slopes that I basically learned to snowboard on, and that was a brilliant experience because everything is locked because of the lockdowns. So I basically walked there, and this place had so many memories, and I was so happy being there. But I came back home, saw my face in the mirror, and said, "Oh my God!" But I said to myself, my face doesn't matter. What matters is the thing that I want to talk to you. So I don't want to stop recording. So for the next few days, you might deal with this. But well, if that makes you laugh, just go for it, have fun. But if it's kind of doesn't help you to listen, just minimize the window and listen to the audio. But that being said, jokes aside, today I want to talk about why you're not really able to make your God angry or mad at you. And you can put any emotions, any negative emotions there, because this is one of the things that we are afraid of. And maybe you've been raised in denomination as I did, or in a church basically who were using this kind of arguments, because what I heard, it wasn't like a doctrine in my own church, but I heard so many people say, God, if you do this, He'll punish you, or because you did something, He will send sickness to teach you humility. It was always kind of thinking, it makes no sense. It feels wrong, and I couldn't get it why. And I spent some time on it, and then out of nowhere I found a quote with basically named unnamed. It kind of explained why I disagreed with this approach. And that was the quote from Bob Proctor, who was talking about maturity. And he said more or less something like this. That's kind of my understanding of what we said. It's not a really quote. But he said that if you see a mature person, you'll find out that they're not capable of falling into extreme emotions, whether it's positive or negative. What you'll see is that maybe they feel it, but the maturity makes that they can control themselves. They can keep their composure. The result of that is that no matter what happens, if they're getting really happy, something happened, you're not going to see them lose their mind because they are so happy. And if something bad happens, you won't see them losing their mind because they're so angry. Because if they're happy, they're happy, but they're not going to lose control. But if they're angry or something, they will look for solutions because they understand that this is going to solve the problem rather than emotions. And I thought to myself, wow, that's really interesting, because this is exactly how I see my God. Because if you look at and say that He's going to punish someone for doing this or that, it always felt like He's like a 15-year-old person getting emotional. And that's why He's going to punish you. That's why He's going to do this or that. Send you sickness to teach you humility. It's like, that's not my God. It's not how He shows Himself in the Bible. And that's not how he acts or behaves. So this has kind of explained a lot to me, that first of all, if I understand that He is really mature, He's really good at being who He is. He's not going to lose control because I said something or I did something, and now I'll have to be afraid of Him because he's going to be angry at me. Or I said something wrong and He's going to be grumpy until the rest of the day because I said something, and he feels bad. My God is not 15. And if you believe this, it's whatever floats your boat. But God is mature. He is the most mature entity in this whole universe, or whatever it is. That's why one thing you can count on: He's never gonna lose He's never gonna lose it. He's never gonna fall under the emotions, and He's gonna start screaming at Him because you scream at Him as well. He's mature enough to deal with your emotions. Second thing that I want you to understand is that what maturity brings is this understanding, exactly as I kind of interpreted Bob Proctor's words, that emotions, they don't solve problems. Solutions do. That's why one of the things you can count on 100% of the time is that no matter what happens, no matter what kind of emotions you bring to the table, to your prayer room, he's not only going to be able to understand and keep his calm, but he's also gonna tell you, okay, how can I help you? What do you think is going to be a solution? Or maybe propose something. It all depends, how mature you are in your relationship. But he's always going to push you toward looking for solutions. Because even patting you on the back and saying, no, I forgave you, everything's fine, you're going to be fine. If you need it, you're going to get it. But in general, it's not going to end there. Because you're going to say, okay, so what are you going to do now? What do you want to do now? Maybe look at this. Maybe think about that. Would that help you? Because you need a solution. You don't need to just dump your emotions. You need a solution. So first of all, you need to understand that he's gonna deal with his and your emotions. You can trust him that he's not gonna lose it. Second, he's gonna help you to find a solution. So you can trust him that he's not only be able to deal with emotions, but he's gonna push you towards fixing the problem. And point number 3, I want you to understand that he's all about progress. That's why I called him Father of Fathers, because the great father is a mentor. Great father is someone who is helping you to be better than you've been yesterday. And if you look at Jesus, it's exactly what he did. He didn't went solopreneur. No, he just gathered people and start teaching, making disciples. Isn't that what church is all about? To help you to be more mature, to help you understand even more, to be someone who is, today is learning, but tomorrow is able to teach others. So you see, this is why I believe that, he may have emotions, because everything that we have, he has. So I understand he may have emotions, but he can deal with them pretty well. So you can trust him to deal with his emotions, your emotions, and push you towards finding solutions, because it's all about the progress. And on top of that, I want to tell you a short story from my life to show you how it works, because it changed how I look at it, relationship with him, basically. There was a moment in my life when my life whole basically, crashed on the floor. That was years ago, and I had really bad time. To the point that it took me a few weeks to even understand what happened, and then fixing it took another few. But I remember coming back from work when I spent basically 8 hours listening to really heavy music just to numb myself. I entered my home, I closed my door behind me, and I said, and because my house was basically my prayer room, I basically felt tears on my face, and I basically put my bag and just went straight to my prayer room and basically yelled at him, saying, what do you really want from me? And I used bad words, I was angry, I basically dumped all my emotions on him, all my anger, all my pain. And the amazing part is that I know that he was there, and the even more amazing thing is how he reacted to it. He didn't get angry, he didn't just, why are you yelling at me, or whatever. He waited until I finished, and he said, how can I help you? His love and his patience and his composure made me stop being angry, because how can you be angry when someone is so loving? And then we talked, and then he helped me understand so many things, and rest is history. But this one simple thing, him being patient, being loving, being gentle, basically destroyed every emotion that I had, and I started to listen. And this is how these whole 3 rules, you can see them in practice. Since that's only time, not only I learned that whatever happens, I just run straight to him. No matter what I feel, no matter what I do, no matter what I am, I'm just there. Because I can trust him. And second, I really started to appreciate him, and I really started to respect him. Because I said, this is the mentor that I want to have. So this is what I want you to take from this video. No matter what you heard, no matter what people told you, one thing you can count on is that he is mature enough to deal with whatever you're dealing with. He will help you to deal with your emotions. He'll help you to find a solution. And he'll use that as a lesson to help you make a progress in much bigger spectrum of your life, because it's all about progress. So if you understand that, it will change completely how you see him as a person, and how you see him as your friend, how you see him as your mentor. And from that moment in time, as I did, you will never even think about running away or doing whatever so many Christians do. You'll say, I trust him. He is the best ever. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to write straight to him. So think about it and do something about it, because solutions to all your problems and progress in general is in your understanding that he is mature enough to deal with it. If you like this video, like, share, and comment. If you didn't, comment as well. Tell me what you think and what is your experience. And if there's anything you want me to talk about, just give me a shout, DM me or something, and I'll be glad to talk about it for you. That being said, see you in the next video.